And welcome back to MTG Grinders. My name's David, I'm here with Trent.
Hello again.
And we're looking at round 1, game 2 of some standard play post Dragons of Tarkir. And Abzan on the left took out Mardu on the right with game 1. And we'll see what they've done with sideboarding in game 2 here.
Yeah, like I said in game 1, Matt traditionally has a lot more controlling sideboard. It'd be interesting to see 2 copies of Goblin Rebel Master, a Brumaz, and I think it was a Holding Outpost and a Sorin, so he's opted to stay on the aggressive plan. Although I believe I've seen a Drowning Sorrow as well, which is a little interesting. Keeping the Holding Outpost in and the Drowning Sorrow, or it might be a Tassigor, although I do believe that's a Drowning Sorrow.
What does a Drowning Sorrow hit in the Abzan deck? Seeker of the Way?
Nothing. Maybe it's not a Drowning Sorrow. Maybe it's a Murderous Cut. Could be a Murderous Cut. It's hard to get a read, but
Christian's gone with down to 19 already, and Matt's got the double Bloodstained Maya out, which will put him down to 18 before he decides to do anything.
Yeah, it looks like his only source of mana as well. It doesn't look like he's got any more mana. So the two lane keep on the play. He does have 4 3-drops, so that's pretty powerful. He can get there. Like, obviously just deploy threat after threat when he gets there, but he has to get there first. And we see
Christian's got a Hero's Downfall, Fleece main line, which I think is coming out now.
Yeah,
double downfall in hand.
Yeah, pretty solid. Downfall traditionally not that good against Mardu, as Mardu can go wide.
Now Matt's not sacking his lands here to give him a higher percentage chance of drawing a land.
That's it. Didn't find it. Yes, has to say go. But yeah, that's generally correct. That's the correct play from Matt. If you're light on lands, don't sack your fetch lands. This isn't like like a modern deck where you want to fetch out your untapped land, your tap shock land, so you don't hurt yourself.
Yep.
Or things of that matter. This is just good play from Matty. Unfortunately, Matty could just be absolutely punished right now. But did he just do? He's picked up his land and shuffled them away.
Not entirely sure what's happening here, ladies and gents.
I think he might have just, instead of fetching, he's put them back in his library.
Well, he hasn't even got the other land out yet, so...
that looked like a concession to me.
It certainly looked like a concession. Now he's searching for the land.
This seems very odd. I don't.
Those 2 land that were sacked should have gone to the grey, and now they come back out.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure as to why he's sacrificing. I think the play is he goes and gets a swamp here, which is really, really tough because Brumaz is double white, right?
Yeah.
So now he has no way of playing Brumaz, but this is to hopefully draw a land and have access to Murderous Cut. I don't know if I like this line.
Well, I certainly would have waited until after the draw.
Yeah.
Again, to keep those percentages up. Granted, it's only small percentages, but the way I figure it, everything helps.
Yeah, I think considering Christian still did nothing, that you're still the aggressor. Obviously you're behind on land, but your hand does not say that you can go defensive. Your hand does not say you take a back step. You have to play aggressive.
Sure.
He drew a lightning strike, so that's not the worst.
At least he can throw the lightning strike at the Fleece main line.
Oh, he says go. That's interesting.
I would have thrown the lightning strike at the Fleece main line then and there.
Afraid of Abzan Charm. He's afraid of Abzan Charm.
Yep, sure.
And that's fine. I think respecting that card's not too bad.
And I think Matt's also got a Murderous Cut in hand, so he now at least has the mana to play that if need be.
A slow game of Magic, people. It's Scryland here. Not the one he wants, but it's one. That's got to be a land.
I was going to say, if that's a land on top, it's staying.
Yep.
Especially if it's one of those white lands.
Well, there's a Nurborg. So
Matt has no more black mana issues.
No, but we definitely have a game here. As we know that Matty can do the Murderous Cut on the first card that comes down.
Yep.
And then he can untap and gain tempo again by playing one of his 3-drops, which I would traditionally say would be Rabble Master, as Christian's obviously tapped out.
Yep.
He misses it. Not to cut? Maybe it's not a cut. Maybe I'm wrong on that card, but I do know
there's certainly the Rabble Master that we're talking about, and you need to tap that mana, Matty.
Bit of loose play here from the from the young gun who's just cast the Rabble Master for free.
That's it.
But, there we go.
That's right. That manor's tapped. Good ban.
This is good. This is good, guys.
And there's the land from the top of the library. Yeah, so a little bit of loose play there. Granted, it is only a Friday Night Magic, but you like to get your processes right from the start.
Matty's a pretty calculated young dude. Like, you don't see him generally do things wrong or make mistakes as such. He's pretty calculated, and he generally plays pretty tight.
And that Siege Rhino's got him on a 2-turn clock now. So
yeah, I think there's another one in the hand too. So it doesn't look like he's going for it. Ultimate price.
Yeah, ultimate price on the Rabble Master, sending the Rabble Master straight to the bin.
Kill the guy. Maybe he doesn't have another one. Maybe I am just blind.
It certainly looks like the last card in his hand is a Siege Rhino.
Yeah.
Would you go for the second Siege Rhino or take out the Rebel Master?
Absolutely. If you're ahead, you stay ahead. Like, just punishing him with rhinos.
Yep.
Like, sure, he can respect end hostilities and things like that, but now what's the point? You know, what's the point of respecting something like that?
Now he's counting the lands in his graveyard, the cards in his graveyard for that murderous cut.
It looks like it. I'm not. Is it?
So 3 is a.
That's a goblin.
Another goblin Rabble Master. Leaving. I'm hoping he's got that murderous cut in hand.
I feel like if he had the murderous cut, he would have deployed it. Ooh, the Barb Light before combat.
Before combat, so that's on the Rebel Master before combat, so he doesn't get the token.
3, 4, 5. So he has 6. So he has access to Tasigur if it's Tasigur, Murderous Cut if it's a Murderous Cut. Although I don't like cutting here. I like obviously I would have cut 2 turns ago.
Yep.
Because this Rhino is now done. Well, got him for 4 extra.
Yep. Certainly done its fair share of damage there.
Yeah. Just missing that was a little. Well, it was very rough. I won't lie. It was very rough for young Matty, I should say.
Yep. And there's the murderous cut.
Cut the Rhino. Get it out of the way.
Yep. Should have happened turns ago when he had more than enough in the graveyard to delve that into play, or delve the Rhino away.
Yep. Goes to. What's he on to 5?
Goes to 5 with that Siege Rhino, and he's got a big problem now.
Well, he had a big problem. Now it's still there. That's the thing. The problem's still there. This is a Tasigur.
Yep.
This is a Tasigur. This is a Tasigur. Ooh, baby. The 2-turn play. The 2-turn 4/5 play coming up from Christian, and that's not what you want to see on the Mardu end.
1 mana for a 4/5. That's better than a Tarmogoyf.
It's the Tarmogoyf for standard, like, legitimately.
Yep.
It's a Crackling Doom. It's a good one. But
Crackling Doom will get rid of one of them, putting him down to 1 next turn if he chooses to play it.
I don't think he has an option.
He's also got the Hordling Outburst there, which can block Tasigur
for 1 day.
For a few turns. So it just depends on his line of play there.
He's going to say go. I'll actually like this. I like he doesn't have another play.
Yep, and we see the Crackling Doom now.
He's got a 3 of Downfall in his hand. For Christian, he's not going anywhere.
So Christian's got a handful of removal.
Could see an activation. No, he's just going to opt to sack the Rhino.
Yep.
Matty happy to get his first couple of points of damage on the board.
Now, do you sack the Rhino at that point in time, or do you sack the Tasigur?
I think you sack the Rhino.
See, I disagree. I say keep the Rhino because you've got that trample. If he casts Outburst, you can easily get over for that 1 point of damage, where Tasigur can be blocked for a long point of time.
Yeah, by Hordling Outburst, sure. Activating, having the ability to activate Tasigur is quite nice.
Yep.
Obviously, so.
But Christian also knows he's got a handful of removal there.
Yeah, which means he doesn't have to do anything. He can just sit on this Tasigur and win by just drawing excess cards.
Yep. Unless Matt has like another Crackling Doom or something like that. Now.
There's a Whip, a Veraboss, which is an interesting one, and that looks like a collective company. A new card from Dragons of Tarkir.
What's that one do?
4 cost, instant. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put up to 2 creature cards with converted mana cost 3 or less from the 6 into hand. So it's a very small ride into being. In a way, it's an interesting card. I do know for a fact that Christian was pretty hyped about it and said it was okay but not great.
Yeah.
which is generally what the concept or the perception of a lot of new cards that come out in sets. They're generally, oh yeah, it was okay.
Sure.
It wasn't gas.
So Matt's put out a temple, scried, left it on top.
This is the hard point for Matty. He needs to correctly, dictate the right play. He goes for the Hodling Outburst for the 3/1/1s. I actually think it's actually the only line of play he's got. He's dead to a multitude of things. But
I think this is the right play as well because he's got the Brimaz in hand, but that dies to a hero's downfall straight away.
It dies to
Tassiger. And also, Christian's already played a Bile Blight.
Yes.
This game, so the chances of him having a second one is less.
Yes, that is also correct.
So we're going for another Tassiger activation, it looks like here, before doing anything else, which still leaves him 3 mana open for something like a hero's downfall.
I don't believe he needs to do anything. I think he could just attack here and not have to worry about doing anything. It looks like maybe Collective Company, which would be like cool to go off, but no, he's going to activate again. Let's see what he gets. He gets a Thoughtseize and a land. He's definitely going to be given the Thoughtseize, I think. Can't give him a Rhino.
Well, can't give him a Rhino, and I certainly wouldn't give him the Whip because that just gets the Rhino back.
Yeah, you can't take that. He's got to. He's just here. I'll have this Thoughtseize on top.
Yeah,
and it's just not bad, I suppose. But I don't believe you have to do anything there. I think you can just attack and. You have double downfall. I mean, if you have to kill 2 goblin tokens in his end step, so be it. But.
Sure. And we get to have a good look at Matt's hand here. We've got Lightning Strike, Hodling Outburst, Brimaz, and Sorin, I think.
Sorin, definitely Sorin. Yeah, the breaks are definitely on if Christian can't find an answer. I think taking pretty much everything outside of Lightning Strike is fine. Personally, I'd be taking the Sorin.
Yep. This gives you more long game. He also allows him to get life back.
Yeah, it's the Sorin or the Hodling Outburst. You have 3 downfalls. I don't see why you need to take a Brimaz. You can just kill the Brimaz on instant speed.
So that may have given Matt an opening back into the game then.
Yeah, definitely. Because now he can just untap +1 is Sorin, unless he respects the power of Bile Blight, which there's no point in needing to actually respect it because he would have just Bile Blighted.
Sure. And I think Christian's actually got triple Hero's Downfall now in hand.
Yeah, triple downfall.
Alright, well there's something that can get you back into the game.
And the Butcher of the Horde's pretty good at
Butcher of the Horde.
Getting his wiggle on.
Christian can't downfall at this point in time, so you could potentially put it out, sack both tokens, haste, lifelink, gain 5 life, puts you back onto 6.
Yeah, I like this better though.
Yep.
The Sorin, just being able to get in for a bunch of damage. Providing that he attacks with both, but this again, he's really grasping at straws as to how he goes about winning this game right now. He's still very far behind, but this keeps him in it.
So do you make a token or do you go for the life? Matt's gone for the life.
I like the life, but I'm not particularly fond of leaving 2 guys at home because that 1 goblin is all you've got now.
Yep.
And
I suppose what he's looking to do is block and gain life.
Yeah, no, I think you go in for 4 because that's definitely 4 life. That's Tassiger's power total.
Yep.
If Christian draws anything off the top, he dies regardless.
Yep.
So going in for 4, gaining the 4, going to 5, and taking the hit back from Tassiger, that's the best thing that he could have hoped for. I don't like not attacking there. I think Christian just has to downfall the goblin and the game ends. Very, very simple. But let's see if he sees it, which I think he will. Christian's been playing for a fair while, long enough now to know that he's becoming a decent Magic
And that's
player.
the hero's downfall on the goblin token, attack for Tassiger, and that's lethal.
Yeah, that's it.
Excellent. We'll be back with the next round shortly.